What would your spirit team like to say to you right now? Hi, beautiful soul. Thank you for joining me, Mystic Mia, here on Mostly in the Moment for another spiritual pick a card reading. We have 4 piles here. We choose a pile based on the number, the crystal, the color, the emojis that resonate with you. Timestamps are below. You may choose more than one if you feel guided to. I was going to do messages from your higher self, but I've been kind of getting that feeling that a lot of people have been kind of being that way with their higher self, like yeah, I know you said this already, you said this is gonna happen, or this is good, or whatever your higher self is trying to say. And I got that kind of feeling, like, you know, when like that specific person tells you to do something, you're like, maybe, sure, I don't know if I believe it or not, but then you hear it from someone else and you're like, yeah, absolutely, I'm so game, that's for sure, that's true. I'm getting that kind of feeling from your higher self. Your higher self is like, if you're not gonna listen to me, listen to your spirit guides. So we're doing messages from your spirit team right now. Hope you enjoy the reading. Much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 22 with the blue calcite. We're looking at messages from your spirit guides. So let's get started. I'm going to do the theme of fire, air, water, and earth. So we'll start with the fire energy, inspiration, desire, creativity, morality. What's inspiring you? What's motivating you? What's getting you going in life right now? What's the main thing? 8 of Swords. All right, so I feel like there's been a lot of like mental chaos for you recently, and you guys are kind of acknowledging this. So they are aware that there's been just like a lot on your plate in terms of things you have to think through, decisions you have to make, opportunities you have to decide if you want to take or not, changes that are happening, inner work, challenges, lessons, risks, all of that. It feels like it's been piled up recently. It might not be the worst kind of like, you know, mental chaos experience in your life, but it's been kind of rough. It looks like. Pisces, the dreamer. Yeah, there's this kind of conflict of how much you should dream and how big you should dream. I feel like you're a dreamer and you're not someone who just talks the talk, you walk the walk. So you're definitely someone who doesn't just talk about these things that you can have in your life, these things you can do to make the world better or make your environment or your workplace or connections better. You're someone who goes after it. So I feel like there's been a challenge recently that kind of really put you out of sorts in regards to how much to indulge your dreams, and, you know, this kind of feeling of, well, not everyone goes after this specific thing. There's a reason I am here. I have these experiences. I have this knowledge and skill set, and I've taken the time to go after this. But how much, when you say enough is enough, you know? I feel like you have a lot of courage and a lot of confidence because with the 8 of Swords here, I feel like you've been through a lot. So you know how much you can handle, and you know when something is just a challenge in the moment and it's going to pass. But it's hard for even dreamers to keep dreaming during challenging times like this. All right, so what does the guys have to say about that? Broken wishbone will not be granted. So if you were kind of going back and forth on keeping a dream alive that no longer kind of resonates with you or no longer needs to take all of your energy and effort, it's kind of like it manifested as much as it needed to. So I feel like there's like, for this pile, there's like a goal or dream that you've been kind of chasing or pursuing or even manifesting. Maybe you were in it, but you wanted to take it further. You wanted to go on with it longer. And Spirit's saying it's like done what it was created to do, you know? And you're kind of like beating a dead horse at this point, or you're about to. Yeah, a period of ill health, depression. And because you kind of keep wanting to like keep it going. Sorry, this is going to be pulling off the band-aid. I know it's going to be rough to hear, but it might be better in the long run just to get confirmation for this. But it's going to cause a lot of heartache, even more mental like damage. I don't know how else to say it, but like more chaotic thoughts, more running around your mind in circles kind of thing, trying to like get this on the right track, trying to save this puppy, trying to, do what you can do to keep this going. Spirit's like, you gotta figure this out on your own. You have free will, so if you want to continue with it, you can, but it will, cause you some grief. Because it's sometimes you have to know when to let go, when things are done, when things are like, or things need to be like, left where it's at, like be what it's supposed to be and nothing more than that, You're a dreamer, so you like to keep going or make things bigger and grander. Like some things are just meant to be what it is, what it's supposed to be, or completed when it's supposed to be completed. So that's the energy I'm getting for that. And let's see your air energy. So plans, how you organize things, thoughts, the future. The Four of Wands. Okay. The home and partnership card, family. Okay, square, a challenging situation, a mountain to climb. All right, so it feels like there's an issue with partnerships, with home. This could be your romantic partner, your love partner, or your home situation, or the lack of either one of these things, or it could be a partnership and your home could be referring to your business. Or it could be family. It could be your family, your immediate family, the family that you were born into, and having something to do with that home. Maybe I'm getting some people have some legal work, some dispute among siblings after a situation in the family or something like that. Okay, so I am getting, but a challenging situation in regards to home and in terms of your partner, lack of partner, or family. Okay, so there's a lot of different scenarios that people would pick this pile for. Butterfly, a change for the better. So, fly to the butterfly. Yeah. So I feel like if there's some challenges happening in these areas, it's because there are good, positive changes for you, at least, in this regard, happening now. So, for example, if you are lacking a strong love partnership or a good partnership with your current romantic partner, I feel like the change happening with that is for the better. So if you're single and you're like kind of struggling with finding the right person or having lasting relationships that are meaningful, I feel like things are happening right now that are changing for the positive. So if you feel kind of like a challenge in that area, that's what's happening. If you have a challenge in regards to your home living situation, I feel like in like planning for it, everything you put forward falls through. I feel like that challenge is for a positive reason. So I feel like this is something you have been actively feeling challenged with in the past few to several months specifically, but right now it might have come up to the forefront of your life and it's kind of in your face being like, look, we're challenging you in terms of partnership, in terms of home living situation, in terms of family. If these things have been challenged, if one or more of these things have been challenging to you, this is your sign that those challenges are a sign that big positive changes are happening in those areas. Sunrise, I love that. New creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. So if you're currently in a partnership that is not boding well for you or them, I feel like there's going to be a change that happens with them or without them. And if it's without them, that's a sign that that's meant to be. You're bringing in something better. If it happens with them, that means there is a brighter outlook. There is a possibility to salvage this relationship and make it work If you are single, this is a sign that a new, fresh start in love is coming your way. If this is a challenge within family dynamics, it feels like things will change. I feel like you would set the precedence of how you connect with these certain family members in the future. Whatever plans you draw up, whatever decisions you make will be the way it goes. And I am getting like a yes card, like, yeah, whatever you're putting forward, your ideas for the family, whatever, if there's a challenging situation there, whatever you're planning, whatever you have been putting out there is going to be successful in the near future and, a little bit further into the future. Yeah. I'm getting later this, mid-year, later this year, for sure. You can see the positive effects of your decisions, your what you wanted, because it kind of works for everyone, I'm getting. And if this is a situation with your home, it feels like that might have been challenging. You keep looking at places, it keeps falling through, you keep not finding the right place, or you're trying to you want to do some repairs, you can't find a repairman, you can't find you don't know how to solve this situation in your home. I feel like something new is coming through that is going to be way better than the solutions that were presented to you or the solutions that you were coming up with at this time. Yeah, soon. I'm getting in the next few months. This will change for you in a very, very positive way. Yeah. All right. So in terms of your water energy, so emotions, creating, interacting, expressing, what does your guides want to tell you? The wheel, cycle of regeneration. So I do feel very strongly that there's big changes happening for you, Pile 22. I really resonate with that. I love the colors of this, like the blue tint of the gray with the blue calcite, really matching up. So I really feel like in like all areas, so many things are changing, and that's why I feel like you have the Eight of Swords, like so many things on your mind, so many things are changing, so many things feel like they're not going your way, then they are going your way, or so many changes happening. You're like, am I doing the right thing? It's like when you make one right decision, it's like, yeah, I feel confident about that. But then when you have like 5 big or medium size or little decisions to make, it's like, oh my goodness, how come they're happening all at once? Do I feel confident about this one and this one and this one? It's like, it's hard to be confident about all of the changes happening. If it's just like 1 or 2, you can be like, yeah, I can get on board, I can rally for myself. But like when it's like one after one, another after another after another, you start to kind of doubt yourself, and that's when you need confirmation, right, from your guides, from your higher self, from other people. It's nice. It's nice sometimes when you're in that energy to get some confirmation. To get confirmation all the time when you don't need it, that's when it's unhealthy. But it's healthy to get confirmation from other people. Like, you want to double check sometimes. Like if you're making a big decision, it's like, yeah, you know what? Let me ask my friend. Let me ask, this person I trust, or let me ask my guide. That's when it's appropriate. It's appropriate right now for you, Pile 22, to get these confirmations for sure. All right, gentle moderation. Take your time. Pressure from others or yourself can be released by renegotiating what you are trying to accomplish. Yeah, renegotiating. I feel like that's kind of the regeneration, renegotiating. And I feel like there's like new circumstances, new energy coming in. And I feel like you're kind of fighting for the old, and that's what needs to be released. And you're kind of in the transition period where so many physical changes are happening that it's kind of hard sometimes to see the forest through the trees. So I'm getting that like it's hard to kind of like when it's easy to tell someone's like, oh yeah, like, like that was a blessing in disguise, or like you'll get through it, you'll get to the other side. But when you're in it, it's really, really hard to deal with all these changes, and like you're doubting yourself, and you're like, I have confidence though, and like but I know this decision I made was right. But it's tough when you're in the energy. Like it's easy like hindsight is 2020, right? It's easy to go back and be like, oh, I should have saw that coming, or, you know, that change was positive. Why did I ever feel so stressed out about that? Why was I doubting myself? It's like, yeah, like when you're in the energy, it's really incredibly hard to have trust and faith and to have confidence 100% every second for those hours and days and weeks that you're going through that, even months sometimes, right? So you're kind of in that energy, and it's like you're on the right path, but it's like so hard. Like the things that you're doing are so difficult and so serious and so magnificent, frankly, that like it's hard for anyone to not doubt themselves through it, right? But you know you're going to get through it. You know it's only a few months. You know it. All right. Mice, discord among friends or family. It might be challenging if you're trying to like tell other people about where you are. Okay. What I'm getting is that you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. I'm getting that, like, if you're like, okay, what if I try to tell other people about this? Friends, people, associates, like, what if I tried to tell other people about what's going on with me? And it's like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. And then you try not telling them, and then you get kind of frustrated with them, angry that you can't tell them, angry that you're not able to share how you're feeling and what you're going through, and you're keeping it in. But then you're frustrated when you do tell them and they don't give you the response that you want, or they kind of throw you off track, or they don't understand what you're saying, or they don't like what you're doing. And so like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. So people around you, it's tough. Like when you're going through this really chaotic energy, it's mirrored through the people around you. So even if you try to cut people off, like it'll be a stranger off the street that gives you this kind of mirrored chaotic energy that you're in your brain right now. So like even if you try to avoid people, which I would recommend for you at this time, like not too many people, keep it to a true few people who really love you and support you. If you yell at people or people yell at you, like don't take it personally. Like be like, okay, it's a sign of the times. It's just like what's going on in my head right now is being mirrored outwardly. Like I just need to get through this however I need to do it, So that's what I'm getting is like because your mind is so chaotic right now, it's because there's so many changes happening right now, and it's kind of messing with your emotions and your belief in yourself. If that's going to be mirrored to anyone, even people, your favorite person, or even the person you hate, that's going to be hard. Like I would stay away from people you don't like, even on TV or on like social media, TikTok, whatever, YouTube. It's just like I would stay away from, especially from people who trigger you right now, because it's tough to be even around you. So to be around people who you don't even like, oh, you'd show them hell, and you get the hell back from them too. So right now, just avoid people who you already have issues with, that you don't get along with, don't have the same, like you're not like-minded. But it might be kind of wise to just like, when you do kind of get to a kerfuffle with like people that you do like, just like, know that like it's just the chaos in your energies in your mind being mirrored outward. So and like let it pass, move forward from that. All right. And then earth energy. So action, opportunities, manifestations, and doing things. All right. Oh, I didn't pull that last card. Bird perched, waiting for news, package letter. Yeah, just because you're waiting. You're in this really... You're in this window, you're in this like cocoon, and it's just like, you just kind of have to like get through it. You just have to get through it. Earth energy, 5 of Swords. Yeah. I could tell this energy. Pile 22. I'm sorry. I feel it. I feel you. This is tough time. And it's not like I feel like you're kind of in this period where it's like, it's not the worst time in your life ever. You probably have many of those, but it's like, it's tough. I get that. Conclusions are within reach. So don't worry. I know it feels like things are very, very tough right now. Things aren't manifesting right. You're taking right actions, but they're not producing the things that you want them to produce. You're taking opportunities, but like the feel good energies are fleeting. I feel like you keep doing the right things over and over. You keep making the right decisions. You keep taking the right actions. You keep stepping up, doing the right thing. And then like it doesn't, like it may pay off a little bit, but then like it's short, it doesn't last long. It's very short. It's fleeting. That like satisfaction of a work well done or decision well made or opportunity taken or doing the right thing. It's fleeting. And so it's like hard to keep doing it. I'm getting for you. I wonder why. Okay, dragon. Oh, dagger. Fears, worries, tense situations. So I said dragon by accident. So dragons are beautiful mystical beings that go through dimensions. They travel through dimensionally. And so I'm getting you're in this like dimensional transition right now. And so it feels uncomfortable. There's a lot of garbage in between the dimensions. And you're in that kind of like space debris right now. So you just have to get through it. You're going to be bumping into things and you're like, why is this happening? I'm doing the right things. You know, I'm a good person. I just like, I have faith. I do the right, you know, I'm stepping up to the challenge. Whatever you're doing, it's just the time. It's just getting through that like that film. I don't know what I was saying. That like in between phase. I guess like the fourth dimension. The fourth dimension is what am I? Yeah, sorry. The fourth dimension is transitional. And so I feel like this is like kind of going from like 3D to 5D, and it's a lot of like, I feel like you're going through like the garbage 4D right now. Because there's a lower 4D and a higher 4D, which is why when you go into the astral or whenever you go into this fourth dimensional plane, you can be confronted with your fears or like a paradise based on your thoughts. And because your thoughts are kind of like crazy right now with all the changes happening, it's like manifesting in your external like so quickly. That's why it's like, be careful with your thoughts right now, because whatever you think will manifest. But you're also trying to get used to that happening, and so it's like tough. I don't know what to. You could probably explain it better than I can right now. I don't know why this is happening right now with my head. Just mountain. Okay, major challenge to overcome. If you can get through this, you will have the rewards at the end, no doubt. All right, so what's Spirit's overall message for you? The Sustainer. All right. So the Sustainer is about someone who works behind the scenes, you know, just tending to the tasks of life, you know, tending to your garden, paying the bills, you know, making meals, feeding people, right? It's kind of like sustaining life, right? The process of life. And you tend to want to kind of, you're definitely someone who wants to like nurture others or help others. But then you're often not like thanked and acknowledged, and you become overworked, and that could lead to resentment. So I feel like there's a lot of resentment built up with you because you've been working really hard. You might be kind of mad at yourself, mad at the universe, mad at other people. It's just kind of anger of like, you know, you keep sustaining this dream, this life, this belief system, these people, and you feel like you're not getting thanked enough, acknowledged enough, or getting as many manifestations as you feel like you should be at this time. And so you kind of are right now holding things into place, especially relationships, and resisting necessary change. you're hoping that if you hold on to these things long enough, that they won't need to change. That you don't need to change these things. Yeah. And so, yeah, you might be feeling a little overworked, a little bit resentful, very tired and exhausted. And it kind of makes sense when there's so many changes happening in your life. You kind of want to hold on to whatever you can, just to feel like you're in a little bit of control, so you don't go like, you don't have too much chaos, you don't feel too out of control. But it feels like there's things in your life that you definitely need, that definitely needs to change. And it seems like you're becoming aware of that, and you're allowing for these changes to happen. You're allowing for things to change around you in a very big way. And I mentioned those big things: you, the environment, and your belief systems, and, you know, dreams to change. So those are big things, pile 22, that I feel like you're allowing to happen, or you're going to allow to happen, because it's not worth holding on anymore. It's not. And even if things are going well, it feels like you're just open to the idea. You know that inevitably things are going to change. So you're holding space. You're holding space but for that change, but you're no longer holding on to the fact that things don't need to change. Change is inevitable. All right, Pile 22, you get the message. I hope you enjoyed the message. If you did, I really appreciate you like and comment. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful Pile 33 with the Sunstone. We're looking at messages from your spirit guides. Let's start with, okay, so I'm going to do fire, air, water, earth kind of energies, messages that they have. So fire, like inspiration, desire, creativity, morality, what's motivating you with ideas that you have. 8 of Wands, okay. Fast moving actions, communication, getting things out there. I'm getting like getting your idea, getting, not even ideas, like getting your things out there. Getting your face out there, getting your message out there, getting your work out there. Something along those lines. Wild femininity, Lilith. Okay, I'm getting this like devil may care attitude. I feel this energy of like, I don't care how I come across. I don't care how people see me. Like, I'm just going to speak my truth. I'm just going to be myself. I don't care anymore. People, this is a side of me. If people don't want to see the side of me and only see the other sides, then they don't deserve to have all of me. I'm awesome in all my ways. Like, you're going to see my crazy with my extraordinary aspects, my intelligence, my intuition, all sides of me. My strength, my physical beauty, my physical love, my emotional love, all the parts of me, all the raw, genuine, authentic sides of me. Yeah. Something's being freed, something's being communicated. Interesting. Okay, success. Oh, wow. And crazy enough, it lands you in a good place. It just kind of reaffirms your, like, who you are to yourself. It kind of tells other people, like, hey, I know this is how you are. This is how you work, because you want to work under certain rules or certain measures of acceptability or success. But this is the way I do it. And I can't do anything but be me. It's really tough. It's a fine line, you know, like between you know, being seen as crazy and being seen as authentic, right? But if you can get there, if you can walk that line, yeah, you can be successful. It's like if you're just truly who you are. That's a huge theme right now. It's like being authentic. People want to see authentic people. People don't like fake things, fake people, fake ideas. club. Someone will try to make you do something against your will. Yeah. I feel like there's a lot of people who want to do things the same way. You know, there's a certain structure, there's a certain way of doing things, there's a certain way that you can be more successful, a certain way that's like tried and true and works. A certain way to be polite, a certain way to be kind, a certain way to express yourself, a certain way to have conversations, certain ways to express your ideas. And granted, it's good that we all, as a collective, have our natural laws to fall back on. That we all kind of, like, you know, like our human laws that kind of resonate. Okay, don't hurt other people. You know, but what if you want to break up with someone? You're going to hurt them. Is that the right thing to do? You know, you have to use your common sense. In that case, like, of course, you might hurt them right now, but in the long term, it's better for both of you, that kind of thing. But I feel like with this, it's like freeing a caged bird. I'm getting. It sets you free. And I feel like this must be like, because it's an 8, this is something you've been dealing with for a while, like expressing more and more of yourself, being who you are, showing who you are more and more to the world, to others around you. It's like letting that wild part of yourself out. And it's not like you're wild 24/7, you know, but like you get to bring that part of you out. And it's not looked down upon. There's no shame or guilt felt around it. It's just who you are. Sometimes you're a little bit more of who you are than other times where you might be a little bit more quiet or standoffish or a little bit more kind of want to just avoid the conversation or avoid that particular situation. And sometimes you're like, I want to put myself a little bit out there. I want to put a little bit more crazy. I put a little bit more of my ideas out there in this conversation with this person or with more people. I feel like that's where you are. It's like you kept pushing the envelope and putting a little bit more of yourself out there, putting a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. There's like artists, there's musicians, there's like true creatives who really go balls to the wall and put their full self out there. And they get good responses, you know, and so usually, they have the courage to keep doing that, right? But it's still scary AF, right? I feel like you 33, Pal 33, you are definitely in a place where you're getting there. You're like almost there. You're definitely feeling more and more comfortable being your true self. Okay, so, and your guys are saying like that's gonna lead you to success. Keep going, keep doing that, because I feel like you're at the point now, because I said that like line right between like crazy and authentic and cool. So you're at that point now where it's just like, okay, I either show everyone all of me or like I'm gonna go backwards. Like I'm come to a point where you have to just be yourself in front of even people that you wouldn't even imagine being this version of yourself, being this true version of yourself in front of. It's like there's no hiding it now. Like I can't put myself back in the cocoon. I'm out. All right. I just saw 3333. So that's kind of funny. Okay, so air, plans, organizing, thoughts, future. The Ace of Pentacles. Okay, wow. There's an opportunity. Venus. Give and receive love. Find value. See beauty. You know, like attracts like. You know, because you're radiating your true authentic self, which is beautiful because it's divine. And so you're radiating your true divine self, which is very beautiful. It's a very beautiful energy, a very beautiful frequency. You're attracting the same. I am getting, because it's a Venus in love here, it could be a partner. It could be a friendship. It could be a opportunity with work, with a home, with anything. It's really a physical opportunity in almost anything. Let me see if we can get some more clarification. Not Unsuccessful plans. Something that hasn't been working for you recently. Key, successful. See, success, unsuccessful plans, and then successful outcomes to your problems. Look, I told you, something that hasn't been working recently, you're getting an opportunity in that, and it's just because you're putting really, really good energy. You're a light. You're a beacon. You're pulsating this beautiful frequency, and it's calling in an equally beautiful opportunity in the physical. I'm getting, as you like pulsate out, it like draws them in. Like, it pulls them in as much as you're pulsating out. I can't. Yeah, every time you kind of pulsate your frequency, they pulsate closer to you. Your frequency grabs their frequency and draws it closer. It's like your frequency hugs and latches on to their frequency and pulls it closer each time you pulse. Why did you want me to say that, Spirit? That is such a weird metaphor. It was beautiful in my head. I explained it, so I botched that explanation, but hopefully you get that. It's like kind of like drawing their frequency in. So I'm getting keep putting that energy out. It's working. You're getting this opportunity. It's coming in. Let's see if we can get more information about that. Okay, so water, emotions, creating, interacting, expressing. That's your thing right now. You're interacting, you're creating, you're expressing. 5 of Clouds, blanketed. 5 of Cups. I feel like this is the struggle, because like you're expressing yourself, you feel comfortable in who you are, but it's still kind of weird. It's still kind of awkward putting yourself out there. Because I feel like with the 8 here, you know, from 1 through 10, like you've had a lot of experiences. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But now you're coming to the point where it's not like you're being your authentic self with people who get you, like your friends, you know, or with people you work with or people who you see every day. You're not doing it with like everyone. You're being your complete true self with everyone you come by, even strangers, people you haven't seen for a long time, distant relatives, you know, people that you wouldn't imagine having to introduce yourself in this way, in this new way. Yeah, I see a lot of confidence coming back for you, Pile 33, especially the Sunstone. Yeah. But it's like with that confidence, with that light, you know, comes, you know, interacting with all sorts of people, places, things, situations, and opportunities. So, you know, it comes with the territory. As your light starts shining brighter and brighter, you're getting more attention. More people want to talk to you. More people want to give you opportunities. More people want to work with you. It comes with the territory. Unexplained wonder. Magical blessings and miracles are occurring in your life. All the prayers are answered now. Yeah, Pile 33. I kept saying, like, I'm thinking, like, when is this happening? This, like, opportunity and something that you love or will love. It's like right now, right now. You're seeing this happen in real time. So as I'm saying, like the more you express yourself as who you authentically are, the more you're going to bring in the same beautiful energy that matches you right now. This is your time, Pile 33. You know, let your freak flag fly. Let your light shine. Be who you are. March to the beat of your own drum. Yeah. Be weird. Be unique. Be you. Like right now is the time to do it. Really. Put your fingerprint out there. Put your ideas. Put your spin on things out there right now. If you have a unique idea, if you have a new way of doing things, if you have like new things you want to try to express yourself, new kind of clothing, hairstyle, whatever, this is the time. Do it. Pile 33. You can do it. Okay. Next, emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. So I do feel like it's a little bit uncomfortable now because you're calling in not only like new things but also old things, and it's always a challenge, right? Like when you have to confront like old things as a new version of yourself, or like the new decisions you made, or like a new partner, or like new job, or whatever. It's sometimes like if it's something that you are being challenged to showcase, like a job that people might not understand, or a relationship people might not understand, a lifestyle people might not understand, life choices that people might not understand. Yeah. And I mean, you don't have to tell everyone everything, but I feel like there's some things that you just can't hide. It's just so obviously a part of you that you have to kind of, like, when people ask, and new people are going to ask, old people, like people from your old connections in your life are going to ask. It's kind of tough to do when there's not too many like soul families, too many people in the same circumstances around you at this time. But Spirit is saying you do have some, you do have few, so at the least few. So Spirit's like, I know it's uncomfortable kind of stepping into this new version of yourself and having to, interact with people from your past. That's the more uncomfortable part. Like interacting with strangers, like a little bit. New people, you're fine with, because it's like, oh, this is who I am. Like, it's easier with new people who don't really know you. They might not ask too many questions, but people from your past may. So that's what's kind of unsettling. But you do have support, or Spirit is saying. And that is important to you to have support, and you will get more support at this time. I do get that. With a loving family is important to you. Wheel, indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. It does feel like Spirit is saying you might have felt like recently that like I'm just getting like everything's so random, that like things are just like not going anywhere. Like you're like, what do you mean? Like, be my authentic self and talk to people as my authentic self. Like, I feel like I'm just rambling. Like, what's the point of that? I don't see anything happening. Like, how is that going to support my career, my financial situations, my relationships? Like, how is this helping with my life? And Spirit is saying that once you make this decision within yourself, who are you going to be? Not in front of just your friends, or just your family members, or just the people you work with, or just the people who are in your neighborhood. When you decide who you're going to be in front of everyone at all times, that singular person that you are, even if you change moods, even if you change, what kind of, if you're feeling a little bit more cutesy that day or a little bit more serious that day, but if you choose who you're going to be in front of everyone at all times, being the authentic you, that decision in itself is going to affect everything else in your life. Because it feels like you've been, rambling aimlessly. Like you've been kind of aimless in a lot of areas of your life. And so it seems like the right things weren't coming through in terms of relationships, or work, or living situation, or friends, social life, or health. Like it feels like things weren't clicking. Like you'd be kind of get the gist of like around what you like, or around what resonates with you, but you have to, this is Spirit's like, it's time to pull the plug. You have to just be yourself in front of everyone at all times, no matter how uncomfortable they might feel. I'm getting like corporate professional setting. You know, it's like, oh, well, you know, in those settings, you want to be professional. You don't want to be completely yourself. There's like some rules. There's like social etiquette, right? Gone. You have to be yourself. In front of your friends, in front of your family, it's like, oh, well, you know, people, like, you know, with family, I like to be a little bit more like this, you know, because I don't want them to kind of give me a hard time about this. Or with friends, I'm more on this side, and I don't like to talk about more serious things because, you know, I just want to have fun. I want to, you know, poop on the party, poop on the party, be a party pooper. What is with my head? All right. And so it's kind of like you have to make the choice to be yourself no matter what in every situation. Doesn't mean you're not going to be more serious sometimes and more depressed other times, or more happy-go-lucky, jolly at other times. Just being authentic in who you are and how you feel and what you're thinking at every moment and every time. Of course, following your own, you know, social protocols, but, you know, still, you know, being authentic under your own set of rules, right? Yeah. Okay, so what about Earth? So how is this going to manifest? What actions can you take? Opportunities coming in? What are the stuff you're going to be doing? Guardian of Cups, Queen of Cups. And it's time to take action. All right, so it's time to take action in regards to taking care of yourself, apparently. All right, so what does that mean? Rooster, an arrogant, boastful person that you should not cross. And hand in need of help, assistance, and guidance. So I feel like the best course of action, from as well as your guides are saying, is to ask someone for help for when you are acting out of line or not yourself. Yeah. I feel like your guides are asking for you to kind of ask someone to make sure that you hold up your end of the bargain. Take responsibility for your actions and hold accountability. That's the word I was looking for. Sorry, such brain fog this reading. I don't know. Okay. So yeah, to have accountability. So accountability partner. So when you are doing something that is not you, your accountability partner will be like, that's not you. That's not something you would do. You're conforming, you're settling, you're not acting like yourself. Like, this isn't something you would do. So yeah, your guides are asking you to find an accountability partner, someone who knows you well, or someone who can get to know you well, and someone that you get to know well, so like they can also come to you. It's like, hey, I was thinking about making this work decision. Like, I was thinking about doing this, but then, you know, people were telling me this. Like, no, like, this is what does your heart say? What would you do if no one else, like, was sharing their opinion? This is what I think you would do if you weren't, like, kind of being stressed out right now. You know, like, so really having, like, an accountability partner. Because I feel like you're almost there. You're almost to the other side. And right now you just need a little bit of assistance. You need just a little bit of help to kind of feel more comfortable being yourself. So I feel like the universe is sending you someone who will allow you to be yourself. This could be in a workplace. This could be a friend kind of type situation. It could be a new friend or old friend coming back. It could be a partner. It could be an ex-partner who's going to be a friend right now. It could be a new business partner. It could be a new coworker, or just like a current coworker or current friend, where you can be like, hey, like anytime you had to make like a decision or doubting something or have like some sort of challenging situation, you could be like, this is what I'm thinking. It's like, oh, that's not how you actually think. Like, why are you thinking? Someone who can like kind of check you and you can check them. Accountability partner. I like that. Okay. All right. And so Spirit's message for you. The Father. Interesting. I'm getting you. You're your own accountability partner. How can you be your own accountability partner? I'm getting like, like writing out all the things you want right now, what you truly want, what you really want, what you really believe. And then kind of like having it like as your phone wallpaper or on like a notes on your phone or your computer, or like a piece of paper that you put up somewhere where you can see it often, where it's like, if you're confused and you don't know what to do, you look at that piece of paper and you read your own words when you're being true and authentic, when you're feeling passionate, when you felt like this is me, this is who I am, and reach the part where it addresses something similar to in the position you're in. For example, when it comes to making financial decisions or decisions in regards to relationships, like you can read the part where you kind of mention like, this is what I want in terms of relationships, this is what I will not settle for, this is what I deserve, or something like that, like in a friendship or a partnership. And or in finances, like, this is how I feel about money, this is what I would spend money on, this is in which way I would use this tool. I'm not gonna ever let money do this to me or something. And like write down your own like things, and then like, so you can be your own accountability partner. Future you, past you. And so if you're ever struggling, you can read your own words and be like, oh yeah, like this is who I am, this is what I trust. And so if you have, it's like your own Bible, like so for you, for yourself. And it's just like, you can like check it. You can look at your own notes, your own words, and be like, this is who I am, this is who I stand for, and have that strength and knowing. And sometimes you just need that confirmation from yourself. It's funny because like I did this reading as messages from your guides because I felt a lot of people being conflicted with their higher self. Not that they have an issue with their higher self, but they have lost faith or questioning a lot of big things right now with the changes going on, and needing more confirmation and trust within yourself and what you've set out to do. A lot of big cycles are ending. A lot of big new ones are beginning. So it's a huge shift going on for a lot of people right now. Whenever you watch this, it's a timeless reading. But it's kind of like, you need to be able to rely on yourself. Like if you don't have people around you, like we all are on this journey kind of in our own minds, right? And so not people aren't going to always be there to support you every second that you need them, but you can support yourself, and you can prepare for any uncertainty or doubts you might have in the future by kind of writing a letter to your future self, or letting them know, like especially when you're feeling confident and strong, write a letter to yourself, or take notes, or add to that list like things that you feel about what and your beliefs, and that you might refine them and change them along the way. But like if you have like a book of who you are, like there's no one that can confuse you in any way. You have your back. You got your back. All right, Pile 33. That was wow. You're definitely on a journey. Things are definitely happening for you now. There's definitely an opportunity coming in, but in the meantime, like if you need support, you are your best support system. You can reach out to others, and that's fine, but there's more people coming in. You're attracting them. You just have to keep pulsing out your true authentic self, which might get difficult at times, especially in the next like few weeks or a couple of months, month and a half or something. So just let yourself be your own support system. Write down what you stand for, who you are, who you are authentically. And so if you need to whip out that notebook, whip out that page, you have it there to refer to. All right, pile 33, I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did resonate with it, I really appreciate a like or comment. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day. And I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 44 with the black tourmaline. We're looking at messages from your spirit guides. So let's start with fire. Okay, so I'm planning to do fire, air, water, earth for the type of messages that they want to tell you. So with fire, it's like inspiration, desire, motivation, ideas, creativity, and morality. Okay, 6 of Pentacles. Give, I'm getting. You're thinking a lot about the way that you give. Do you give too much? Should you give more? How should you give to others, to the world? How much do you give in relation to how much you take? How much do other people give? What kind of things do other people give? What do other people take from you? What do other people give you? There's a lot of thoughts about give and take. Interesting. And limits and lessons, yeah. I don't know if you heard the fire truck in the background, but yeah, I feel like there's a reason you're thinking about this. It's like you had to protect your energies with the black tourmaline here. It's like you want to protect your energies, but you also want it, you're a giving person. To people who are like giving to you, you like to give back to. You don't like to be too selfish. If you feel like you're taking too much from someone, you feel bad, you feel guilty. If there's someone who's taking too much from you, you're kind of like, okay, I gotta put my foot down. How much am I willing to give versus how much I'm willing to let other people take? Yeah, and with the sirens in the background, it's kind of like a somewhat of an emergency situation, or at least something that's like you have to pay attention to and do something about right now. So you're like, enough is enough. This is something I have to acknowledge and do something about now. I have such a brain fog this reading. I don't know why. Apologies, that wasn't so professional, but okay. But yeah, so there's this bit of confusion I'm getting. Time to go and have fun. Okay, so I'm getting that you're getting a little confused. It's like, but how much should I? It's 51, 49%, 50-50. Should I give 30, 70? Like what is the deal? Like what? I feel like you're getting too much into this line of thought. And Spirit's like, you kind of just have to leave it alone. You kind of just have to have fun for a bit. Things happen organically. So if there's some big lessons that you need to kind of figure out in terms of giving and taking, sure, work on that. But if you catch yourself thinking about it too much, it might be time to kind of let go of it, do something fun, and the answer will come to you. Yeah, because I feel like you're struggling with something, like maybe it's a relationship and you're like, I don't know how much I'm giving, like how much, like the give take here isn't sitting well with me, you know? And you're like, I love this person, I like this person, but there's something off here. It could be with your work situation, it could be with a family member, it could be with a project. But yeah, it seems like the give and take isn't working here. It's not fun anymore. You're giving too much, you know, or you're not getting back enough as much as you give. Like, if the balance has been so uneven or unequal for such a long time, that's like, okay, it's not fun anymore. It's not healthy anymore. It's not working anymore. Like, I'm gonna just go do something fun for myself, or do something else that's not draining my energy or something like that. Yeah, because if it's like a work situation, it's like, oh, well, you can't like just quit up and quit that second. But I feel like if you just kind of let go of all the stress and decisions you have to make and just do something fun, the right answer will come to you. Yeah, that's a funny thing. That's why I went with messages from your spirit guides instead of your higher self, because I feel like a lot of people have a disconnect with their higher self at this time. I feel like it's because it's such a tumultuous time. People have been using their higher self to guide them, but kind of become wary with their relationship with their higher self. Spirit guides can be wary of you too. They're like, if you keep asking them for things and it's not important anymore, they're like, stop it. If you don't appreciate them, if you're not grateful for the amount that they do, they'll be like, stop it. And sometimes they just kind of want you to like know, like sometimes you're just like so blocked from hearing from them, your guides or your higher self, that you just need to kind of break free of that stress and negative energy. And sometimes you just need to have a ton of fun, like an exorbitant amount of fun, in order to finally connect to your guides and your spirit team well enough, strong enough for them to kind of pop that idea into your head of what you should do in regards to that give and take situation wherever in your life, whatever area in your life that is affecting you right now. It could be it could be more than one. I'm getting for some of you, it's like 5 different areas of your life where give and take is off. Like, with your friends, like, you'd be like, oh yeah, I'll buy the round this time, and then next time your friend buys a round. It's like kind of nice to have an equal give and take. You kind of like, oh yeah, you give this person a favor, they give you a favor. Like, you kind of know who pays you back, and you don't keep count because like, you like this person and they're good for their word. But I figured where I was going with that. I'm so sorry. This whole reading, I don't know what's happening. Okay, with the brain fog, I don't know. Okay, Parrot, someone will gossip about you, all your secrets. That's not true. I feel like that's a fear. Yeah, I feel like it's a fear. Like, it's like, oh, like, if I don't do this for this person's going to tell everyone that, I'm a bad person, or I was mean, or, selfish, or, they know things about me. Like, if I, like, cut off this friendship, or if I, say no to this opportunity, like, they might badmouth me. That's the fear here, yeah, is how you're perceived. I think that's why you are a giver, Pile 44, is because, you're a nice person, but not everyone's that nice and kind, Like, it's partially because you want people to see you in a good light. You care what people think about you, or might, to an extent that might be not the best. You might be changing that about yourself and not caring less about what people think. Doing more what is fair for you too, and what you deserve. If you're a kind person, if you're a nice person, like, you'll continue doing nice things for other people, but that doesn't mean at the sacrifice of yourself. So I feel like you're kind of entering a period, Pile 44, where you're going to have more fun. And that's great. You deserve it. All right, so what about the air energy, which are plans, organizing thoughts, future? 2 of Swords. Yeah, you're at a crossroads, or you're kind of at a standstill in regards to a decision or opportunity right now. I can definitely feel that. So I definitely feel like you kind of really need to shake up your energies, really just get out of whatever this decision is, anything related to it or has to do with it, and just have fun. Just extreme amount of fun. Go on a vacation, hang out with friends, do it for like a night, 2 nights, a weekend, a week, it doesn't matter. Just get yourself out of that energy and having fun, not thinking about it at all. And that's when it usually comes through. And Taurus. What's so funny? When I keep thinking about that energy, it's such a random thing that keeps popping up in my brain. But like, I remember learning this lesson from a show. I think, I was going to say Sister, but it was actually Smart Guy with like Taj Mowry when he was like a kid. And like, I forget, like someone was like studying. And they were studying so hard that they were like getting burnt out, and the friend brought them to like a kid's playground kind of thing, and they just had fun and they felt better, their mood was lifted, and they finally got some sleep, and they ended up doing better, studying better and doing better on the exam. It's because they were just like burning themselves out and they didn't realize it, and they just needed to have some fun and like rejuvenate their soul. Yeah, it's just a random tidbit. It just keeps coming up though. It's like, you think that working on it hard, like thinking about the decision, doing some more research on it, asking more people, having it constantly on your mind is like helping, but it's like burning you out, and you're not getting new ideas. You're being closed off actually to more ideas because you're not getting rest. You're not taking care of yourself. Your mind is like super hyper focused, but in a negative way, where you're not allowing yourself to be open-minded to new ideas and creative solutions. And so that's what kind of needed to be like kind of shaken up. Okay, Taurus, trust, patience, and spirituality. So I'm getting the energy here of trusting things are going your way, and things have always been going your way, but at this time it just feels like I don't know, walking through mud. It's like, what is this good for? What is this gonna get me? Why did I decide to do this in the first place? Whale, great worry over nothing. It's kind of that energy where you're just kind of like, you're in the middle of it and you're not quite on to the other side yet, so you're kind of like questioning your life choices. It's like I'm getting this image of like setting sail, like in ancient times, like when they had like wooden boats and sails, and like through like a lightning storm and like huge swells, and it's just like, you're questioning your life choices when you're on that ship at that moment. It's like, why did I choose to go into this occupation, being a boat hand, or and taking on this really, really scary adventure and challenging mission. Why? Is this a sane thing to do? Does a sane person do this? Risks and rewards. Like, no, there's a reason not many people take this risk, because they're not stupid. And so you're like, like that moment, and there might be many of them. But when you get to the land, it's like, oh yeah, this was totally worth it. Like, this is what it was all for. Like, I remember now why I started this. Like, this is totally, yeah, this is it. This is the good stuff. I'm glad I did this. I'm very glad. I don't know if I'll be able to do it again, but I'm glad. Yeah, wind chimes, peace and harmony, yeah. So with the Taurus energy here, I am getting this energy of like the good life, like peace and harmony and abundance and love. Like, you're getting it all, pile 44. That's the aim, to have all of that without the chaos, minus the chaos, but it's going to take a second to get there. And when these challenges pop up, it's just kind of like, really? Again, universe? Are you serious? When am I gonna reach that island? When am I gonna reach land? When? And then, and then you, at moments you'll have like a peak of sunlight, and it's like, oh yeah, like I remember, it's for everything. It's for all the marbles. All right, so what about the water element? So emotions, creativity, interacting and expressing. 6 of waves, 6 of wands. That's victory, belonging, and under the grapes. Time to go out and have some fun. Victory here. So like you're gonna find that like where you end up is great. It's like the luxurious version of what you could have imagined for yourself. More luxurious, more abundant, more beautiful, more fantastic than you could have imagined. But you're going to feel like you belong, you know? That you deserve this. You've definitely put in the work. You definitely went through the trials and tribulations to get everything that you've wanted. Yeah, there's this feeling of like feeling like what's it called? Feeling like an imposter. And so I'm getting that like you don't. Like what you're going through right now is to make sure that you know that you deserve all the wonderful things that are coming. So when you do get it, you know it's rightfully yours. Like there's no question about it. Enjoy the journey. Yeah. Stay present and flexible. Many changes are going on for you and around you. These changes are not only good but necessary. Bring your awareness into the now rather than focusing on the past or the future. Yeah. So just have fun, be in the moment, forget about yesterday, forget about tomorrow, forget about the past, forget about the future. Just focus on today. Enjoy the journey. Do what you would, like if you had everything that you wanted right now and nothing else mattered, do what you would do in that situation right now, right after this reading, or today, or tomorrow, this week. Make the plans to just do something that you would do for fun, that you want to do, that you're excited for. Just get crazy. Flute. Disappointment in a friend or a lover. Yeah, I do feel like it's tough because when you realize that a connection, because when the Six of Pentacles came out, I'm like, you like this person, you know, you maybe even love this person. It could be a family member, it could be a partner, it could be a friend, it could be, you know, a neighbor, whatever the situation is. But sometimes, you know, like there's not equal energy exchange, and you know, maybe that could change in the future, but as of now, that's not good for you. Like it's to the point where it's like, yeah, like unfortunately you're gonna have to step away. And so you're disappointed. It's like, oh, like only if they can show promise or step up a little bit. But like, you know, I don't even blame them. They're trying to survive, or they're not aware, or they're not at that point in their journey. You know, I'm the one who's aware. I'm the one who has to step away. And if they feel some sort of way about it, that's like, you know, I have to not care what they think, because obviously we're coming from two different places, and maybe they'll never know. Maybe they'll never be able to understand my side. Maybe that's the frustrating part. You understand their side, their point of view a little bit, but they're not taking the time to understand yours. That can be frustrating sometimes. Yeah, but I just feel like this person or these people, like it sucks. You still like them, you still love them, but like I feel like immediately as soon as you like kind of separate from their energy and start having fun, you're like, no regrets, things are going awesome for you, and things are getting better like immediately as soon as you just step away from their energy and do fun things. Cracked cup. Dissatisfaction with life. Yeah, I feel like it's kind of been overburdening you. It's been kind of it pushed you off track, and so that's why the Six of Wands here. I feel like you're course correcting yourself. You need to have fun, and that's going to give you the good ideas that you need to come through to get you where you want to be in life, to your optimal life. And so you're kind of pushed off track a little bit by people who might have been kind of the give and take was off for a while. It might have been people that you couldn't really see it because it was just like slightly, but that slight amount over a long period of time adds up, you know. And it's not like your child or even if it was your partner, it's like, you know, sometimes there's like one partner who likes to give more than the other. But at some point, if the energy is just too imbalanced, it's like you gotta let go. You know, even if you like taking care of that person, it's like, yeah, at some point, if it's pushed you off track, if it pushed you off your path, something's off. All right, so what's manifesting for you? Let's look at the earth energies, actions, opportunities. What are you going to be doing? See, Nine of Pentacles, good things coming towards you. It comes in so quickly and so much. That's the sign, right? As soon as you get rid of that energy that was kind of like hindering you, like big things manifest like almost immediately, because your spirit guides want you to keep going on that path, because that's like the highest best path, and they want you to keep you encouraged. So like immediately you see like big manifestations, and that's like also a sign, like, you know, when you cut a connection off and one person's doing much better than the other, that's usually a sign that, like, if you're doing much better, that like, yeah, they were definitely pushing you in the wrong direction in terms of your path. Believe in the impossible. Yeah, and both these cards came out in reverse, so I do feel like something big is manifesting for you. A very like wish come true, positive in the physical gift. I do feel like it's a material thing. So I'm like getting like maybe technology, so like a TV or something like that. Maybe you'll win a TV, maybe you'll win the lottery or something. Yeah, instead of like an opportunity, like a job opportunity or a relationship, I do feel like it's more of like a physical material thing that manifests for you. That you're kind of like, I can't believe this kind of thing exists, or I can't believe I want something like this big, or like that kind of energy. Yeah, it manifests immediately. Okay, March. This is a timeless reading, but it should, yeah, manifest in about a month and a half, 2 months. That's amazing. Yeah, so it should manifest in like 2 months or so. And Turkey, someone who is behaving stupidly. I feel around this time, this person or these people are gonna, you know, might throw a little bit of a tantrum because you pulled away from their energy and they no longer are feeding themselves from you. And that's fine. We all sustain each other, and that's totally fine. But like, this was in an unhealthy way. And so you might see that happen. Just a heads up from spirit, but from your guides. But at the same time, that's how you know. It's like if they say some mean things to you, throw a tantrum, or try to gaslight you, or whatever, that's how you know. Stick with it. Within a couple of months, you're going to see something big manifest, and that's going to show you that you are on the right path. You're on the right path now, and whatever like decision or opportunity you're thinking about, that will become clear. I'm getting after this manifests. All right, so what is Spirit's final message? The dead end. Wow. So it says, contrary to what the name implies, the dead end is very much alive. So this is a live wire. I'm getting a live energy in your life right now. And it's like an energy where you're kind of just like stop dead in your tracks and say, no more. You can't go anymore. You've reached the last chapter, and you might want to resist, and you might even struggle to keep going with your current circumstances. But it's kind of like, no, you're being stopped by the universe to literally just be in this energy right now, to have fun, to shake things up, and then course correct your path and start a new beginning. And there's an interesting tidbit here that says, like, note in that most stories and movies, the moment the protagonist reaches a dead end, something riveting happens. You are the protagonist. So it's kind of like something crazy, amazing is going to happen if you just stop, because you're trying to like push forward, and the universe like is like telling you like, no, stop, like stop dead in your tracks right now. And so now to change your energies into something positive, have fun, so you can be, because this is a live wire energy, it's happening in real time. You had to connect to it in a positive way, but right now you're trying to fight this dead end, this end of this, whatever this is. You're trying to push forward in this mud, like trying to push forward or trying to push forward, but it's like, stop, look where you're at. Maybe jump around in the mud, have fun in the rain, and then realize what you're supposed to do, and then go do it, you know? So that's why this decision, this big decision, it's like, no, like you're missing something. You got to stop what you're doing. Something needs to stop. End. I'm getting relationship. Or it could be a work situation. It could be a living situation. You could be just repairing this home over and over again. It just keeps breaking. Everything keeps breaking. It's like, stop it. End it. It's time to just move on. Stop, you know? Car keeps breaking or something. It's like, okay, it's time. How much longer are you going to keep that up? So that's the kind of energy I'm feeling for you, Pile 44. But good things are happening. You have victory here. You have enjoy the journey, be in the moment, have fun. That's going to allow you to relate to this live wire energy very positively. And it's going to put you in the direction of beautiful things manifesting for you. And then that decision after that is going to be easier to make and make more sense to you and be very obvious. All right, Pile 44. So I hope you enjoy this reading. If it resonated, I really appreciate a like or comment. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day. And I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful Pile 55 with Rhodonite. We're looking at your messages from your spirit guide. We're going to look at it from like a fire, air, water, and earth perspective with those kinds of energies. So let's start with fire in terms of inspiration, motivation, creativity, morality, your desires, or your guides want you to know. Page of Pentacles in reverse. All right, so I definitely feel like there's like a new start coming your way. It's something where you have to start from like kind of the beginning. Not from the beginning, not like square one. It's not like a new skill or a relationship where you start like at point zero. It's not like your first relationship ever. It's not like if this is a new skill or job where you need training for just like the basic level training. It's like this is something that you have a little bit or a lot of experience in, or basically Spirit saying it's like you're not starting from the beginning. I feel like that's important for you to know, because with the wisdom and knowledge you've acquired, you might feel like, yeah, I feel like someone who's very well versed, you know, has experience. But I feel like going into this new thing, you might feel like, oh, am I not good enough? Do I not know enough, you know, for this? You know, so you might be questioning yourself a little bit. But Spirit wants you to make sure you're not questioning yourself too much. The caring, Cancer. I feel like whatever this opportunity is, whether it's a person or it's a job, like I feel like they genuinely are looking out for you. They want the best for you. They want the best for the relationship, whether it's a work relationship or a romantic relationship or a friendship, whatever it is. This person genuinely has the best intentions for this connection, for this new start, whatever it is. Okay. Older man, dealings with the older man. So I feel like, okay, instead of older man, I'm feeling like, okay, so this is like, for example, if this is like entering a new social circle, it's like people who already know each other and known each other for a long time or something like that, you know? Maybe you're going to a family event. It's like, oh, everyone obviously knows each other and like you kind of feel like the odd one out. Or it can be something more like bigger, more, a bigger situation where it's like you're going into this new workplace and, you know, everyone does things in a certain way. it's different from how you did things in the last workplace, or it's structured differently, or it has structure versus like your old place that didn't have that many rules and regulations or way of doing things and stuff like that, or little things you need to know. It's like more straightforward, or just do whatever feels right kind of thing at your last place. And like this place has like so many little things you had to know and remember. Yeah. And pineapple. Reconciliation. I feel like this is such an important opportunity for you because it's kind of like finding yourself again. So I feel like, for example, if you've been out of the workforce for a little bit and you're going back to work because you had a baby or because you had whatever situation, maybe you were kind of just working a job for the sake of money, and now you're kind of getting into a line of work that resonates with you, something that you want to do and pursue. So yeah, I feel like this is you getting back to yourself, like to your true nature, to your authentic self. It could be someone coming back into your life. It could be a person. It could be a romantic interest. It could be a family member. It could be an old friend. And you might feel like, I don't know, like I feel like this person you haven't seen for a very, very long time. If this is someone coming back, it's someone you haven't talked to for a very long time, or you didn't really have a good connection with them for a very long time. They're just didn't exist in your life for a very long time. And it's just kind of like figuring out how to navigate these, new waters. But, I do feel like whatever it is, whether it's a person or just, getting back into a career that aligns with you, or something new. It could be a passion project or whatever it is. It feels like getting back to something that resonates with you, and you haven't, been in that energy for a very long time. And it's just kind of like, this is a little bit different than what you remembered, but it's kind of like, you just gonna have to jump into the water and figure it out. It's exciting. It feels good. It feels right. It feels like you're excited for this, but it's like a little nerve-wracking, and that's what I'm getting. All right, what is the kind of air energy, which is plans, how you're going to organize things, your thoughts, the future? The Hanged Man. Okay, so you've been waiting and waiting and waiting for an opportunity like this. Very interesting. Yeah, because I feel like this is like, this is one of those times in your life where you're just like, oh my goodness, like, I've been wanting or dreaming of an opportunity like this. It's not exactly like the dream situation or like exactly what you're thinking. And when you were thinking of like a change happening in your life, this isn't exactly what you were thinking, but you're like, this could be it though. This could be the catalyst that changes a lot of things for me. So you're kind of excited for this. Yin, which is feminine aspects, intuition, trust, patience, spirituality, and receptivity. So you're kind of open. You're like, you know what? Like, this isn't exactly what I was picturing, but, I'm kind of open to it. Maybe this is just a thing that gets my energy going, or maybe this opportunity leads to more new opportunities, or maybe this could be something I really like or something that really works. Who knows? So I feel like you're keeping an open mind, and that's really helpful for you, Pile 55, at this time. And yeah, it just kind of falls on your lap, like this opportunity or situation that comes in. It's just kind of like, it's like surprising. It just kind of like, you're like, it's not something that hits you over the head. It just kind of like gently like floats onto your desk, and you're like, huh, that was curious. That was very synchronistic. Sure, like what do I have to lose? So it feels that kind of opportunity. Owl, good advice from a wise person. You're welcome. 55, just kidding. All This is your spirit guides coming in and saying that this person or situation that comes in, I feel like there's a person involved or people involved they're really caring people. They have really good advice for you. They're good people. They might be your mentor. They might be family members. They might be just people in your line of work, but they're not like giving you advice to like knock you off your game. So like, I don't want competition kind of energy. It's more like like I want to pass on what I know, I want to help out the new kid, or like they seem like a cool person, maybe I can help them out a little bit. I think this would be a good fit with them. This might work out for everyone involved. So yeah, this is a good situation with whatever this opportunity, person, or people that is coming in. Hammock, taking a vacation physically or mentally. Yeah, I feel like Spirit's like asking you, your guys are asking you, like, stop overthinking things. Like, this is an opportunity that comes in. You can take it or leave it. How would you feel if you didn't take it? How would you feel if you did? It seems like a fun thing, a fun, cool opportunity that might resonate, opens up energies, opens up new doors for you. And what's the harm? And there's good intention people here. I know I'm getting this might be it might be a class or a plan of some sort, like a diet plan, or it might be like a not a resort, like a, what's it called? Brain fog this whole reading. Can't believe it. Retreat. Some sort of spiritual retreat or other kind of retreat. Or it might be, maybe a passion project. Maybe it's like to do a play and sing, and you're like, I don't know. It might be to, enter a competition with a bunch of people, and you're like, why not? What else am I doing? It just something. It seems so out of left field, but at the same time, it's kind of like, well, you know what? I'm kind of interested in this. This would be interesting. Or it can be something that you are interested in, but like, it's like a lower level opportunity in that situation. This could be a person, if a person coming back, a friend, old family member, or an ex or something. It could be just like, what's the harm? Like, I'm in a good place now. They're in a good place. Like, we could just catch up maybe, and they might introduce you to someone and network, and like they, with an old friend that you both mutually had, and you catch up with them and they have this awesome business opportunity for you. Like, you never know, right? So this is just kind of like your energy opening up. And hey, this might be the perfect career that you never thought of, or this might be the start to the career that you always wanted, or this could end up being the person you fall madly in love with. Like, whatever the situation is, I feel like this just kind of opens up your energy, and that's what you really needed right now, Pile 55. All right, so water, emotions, creating, interacting, expressing. Knight of Snow. Knight of Swords, adapt. Yeah, it's time to adapt. It's time to change things around, and then kind of adapt to the new changes. That's why I'm getting this like such a weird feeling, because it's kind of like this new idea or opportunity comes into your life, and like it kind of changes your life a little bit, where you had to kind of adapt maybe to a new schedule or new kind of social dynamic, or new new way of being. Did I say work schedule already? Sorry, this brain. I'm apologize. Seriously, I can't believe I'm embarrassed a little. All right. Safe and surrounded by love. Keep your heart open and know that you are being protected. Listen to what you know may be true, and allow yourself to see. No, not maybe true. No, to be true, and allow yourself to see and understand what is going on around you. So yeah, you're protected. That's what I'm saying. Like, these people actually have good intentions, because I think that was like a worry of yours, and that's why you guys are kind of like driving that in. It's like, no, these people are good intention people, and you're protected, and this is ringing true for you. Whatever this opportunity, or speaking with this person, or taking this chance, this class, whatever it is, like it feels right, and you know that, and you understand that like things are changing around you, and that's not be the most permanent change, but just like it's like opening up things for you, opening up your energies, opening up doors. It's gonna lead somewhere, and you know that, and you feel it. Dog, protection from a powerful friend. Oh, I love that. I love that with this Arctic fox, and now this like dog. Protection from a powerful friend. Yeah, you are protected. And I saw this caring, so I feel like there's like at least one person coming in who is kind of involved in this new situation, and they're a good person. So whether it's someone from your past, someone new, someone currently in your life. For example, it could be like if you go to this new workplace, it could be like your desk mate or whoever trains you, or like your new best friend at work, and you're kind of like, is this person like seeing me as competition, trying to keep me out, or are they genuinely trying to help me? It's like they're actually genuinely trying to help you. Maybe they know how things work and they want to help you out because they wish someone else, because someone helped them out, or they wish someone helped them out. Like, and so there's someone actually like looking out for you, like in the physical, and they're related to this new opportunity. So keep that in mind. Eagle, triumph over troubles, obstacles. Yeah. So I feel like you've been kind of in this energy for a minute. Yeah. Page of Pentacles, where you're like, I don't know if I should start something new, if I shouldn't. Kind of struggling with the idea of, does that mean I have to start from square one if I pick a different direction in terms of my career, or, you know, if dating this way didn't work, do I have to just try a different way of dating? Or, you know, I lived in this area and it just didn't fit me. Like, does that mean I have to do all this research again and find like where I would feel like setting up a permanent residence? Or, you know, like I hung out with this group, I went to this book club, I went to this, you know, play basketball with these people, and I like, you know, I just didn't feel the vibe with these folks. You know, they're friendly enough, but like, you know, it didn't feel like, you know, true friendship or true like community or whatever it is for you. Like, don't be afraid to start again, Spirit is saying. And so this is getting you out of that. It's like that fear of starting something new again, and like also kind of just like pushing you into like kind of opening yourself up to something new again. I feel like you are like, oh, maybe I should try something new. Like maybe I should sign up for this class, or, you know, I should sign up for this singing class, or I should like put myself in a community activity. But you're like, I don't know where to go in, and then something really literally falls on your desk, or literally falls right in front of you, and you're like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. It's just, you know, like, stop saying no, just say yes to something. You don't have to say yes to everything, don't be a yes man, but like just this one thing, it'll lead somewhere. I promise. I'm hearing from you guys. They just want you to kind of open up your energies. And they'll literally put an opportunity in your lap. You're like, you can't say no to this. You know, you said no to that thing and the other thing. Like, you didn't have time for this. You didn't have the money for that. You didn't want to do like this. Just do it. Just do it. All right. So in terms of earth energy, which is action, opportunities, manifestations, and what you're going to be doing. The star card. Yeah. This is kind of allowing you to hope and dream again and be aligned with your true path. I feel like you were just kind of stuck. It's kind of like the wheel in your wagon broke down and you're just like, okay, I'm just going to stay here. And Spirit's like, no. You're supposed to keep going. You had this adventurous spirit. You were so excited, and you're just going to let this broken wheel stop you. And I feel like they're like, okay, if you want to rest, if you want to kind of explore this area, fine. But fix that wheel and get going. You were never meant to be here for that long. Okay, you are good enough. Yeah, because I feel like what you're after is like one of your biggest dreams, one of your biggest goals in life, right? And like, we all get sidetracked. We all get kind of like that seems like a lot of work, or, you know, I don't have time. You know, I worry about money and I worry about people, and all this other stuff comes up. And Spirit's like, no, you're good enough. This is your dream. You have what it takes. You have a spirit. We all know this. You know this. Stop. Why did you stop? Keep going. Keep going. Elephant, a long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. Yeah. Yeah, it takes a long time to get there. But you don't get there if you don't keep going. You know, and it's not about the destination. It's about every milestone you hit along the way. You know, it's fine if you stop here and there, smell the roses and check out this new city and that city along the way. But like, you know, your dream was to get to that destination, and you won't get there if you don't keep going. Pause along the way, but you've been pausing for too long now, Pal 55. All right. And lastly, boot. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. These boots are made for walking. You better keep walking, Pal 55. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Like, you're meant to just keep going. You have this journey. You have this beautiful life path. And it seems like you took a detour or stopped along the way for way too long and comfortable. You know, you set up shop, you know. Literally, you might have started like just like living there, set up your tent, you know, set up a business, you know, like you're just like getting comfortable. You got too comfortable. All right, and then last message from Spirit, your Spirit guides to you right now. The King. So here the King is kind of like if our lives are imagined as a kingdom containing the entire spectrum of human experience, the King presides over all. So it's kind of like using the King as a lens over our decisions, our land, our life. And so we have to constantly kind of reassess our life. You know, we might pause and be like, okay, what's going right? What's going wrong? And I feel like you haven't taken the time to kind of really assess your life in that way. Maybe in little decision, but in the big picture. You know, if you kind of were, you know, after your life, you kind of look back at your life and you're like, okay, this is where I needed to kind of kick my butt and get going. I feel like that's your higher self talking to you right now, saying that. So the King is connected to the divine, and it feels like, you know, your relationship to the divine might be like broken or challenged, and that's what I was talking about. Like this whole reading, it's like I think a lot of people are kind of questioning or challenging their connection with their higher self, or kind of maybe changing the relationship with their higher self. And so right now it's really confusing, maybe not trusting their higher self, or like became too trusting of their higher self, not relying too much on enough on their own. Yeah, so something like that going on, that sometimes happens if you rely on your intuition too much and not do enough action, take enough, make enough decisions just based on logical reason, and just follow on intuition too much, then your higher self will go away in order for you to kind of self-correct. But I feel like this is kind of like you're not listening to your higher self enough at this time, and they're trying to tell you that, like, yeah, your day-to-day is going great, but like, look at the big picture. There's something that's not right in terms of the big picture. Yeah, and so I feel like there's a need to kind of lead your life now. Lead it in a bold direction that you were doing. I feel like you have to really reassess and be like, okay, am I boldly going where I was supposed to go? You know? All right, Pal 55. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. If it resonated, I really appreciate a like or comment. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day. And I wish you much love and light.